So let me share my screen here. So what will we do is in continuation with the data types, we were talking about some different data types, right? So let's talk on that. So let me go and connect to the server. So I'll go to view, object explorer. So I'll connect to this database engine here. So you need to provide the server name and the server name and login credentials. So I'll provide the login here and I'm going with SQL authentication. Yes is the login password. I'll provide the password here 123. Then the mandatory encryption mandatory and trust server certificate I will enable. Click on connect here. So now let me go here. So we create some DB 1502 2025. Let me connect to that. Right. We were talking about data types, right? So I was telling you some, we have data types, right? String data types. So those were something char, nchar, and varchar, and nvarchar, and the text and end text. So here in this also we will be classified into two different data types. So this char, char, nchar, varchar, nvarchar, text and end text. So these also been broadly classified into two different categories. So I'll just go here. So we have character string data types or non-Unicode. So we'll talk what is that non-Unicode data types. So under this, what all comes is, so here it comes with char and varchar. So it takes some size. So text here. And when you go to the Unicode data types, so here it comes with uh, nchar and nvarchar and ntext. So this is how it is broadly classified. So before we go here, right? So this is how. So this is how it is been classified. Now that is one. The next thing is char and char and nchar. This is fixed length data types. And when you go to this varchar, nvarchar, text, and end text is variable length, variable length, sorry, variable length data types. So I'll variable length data types here. So what do you mean by variable? What do you mean fixed length? What do you mean variable length? Right? This right. Now let's go to this. What is character or non-Unicode? So the data, the columns which are having this data type will only take will only take English English characters only. Means it will take special characters. It will accept the special characters. It will accept the numeric. So that is from 0 to 9, and it will accept alphabets that is A to Z and capital A to capital B. So it can accept only English characters. But if you go to Japan, so if they have got some different like Japanese language you got. If you go to China, they have got Chinese. They have got language. If you go to Pakistan or Dubai, so it has got Urdu, right? So it is not English characters. So if you go to Telugu or India has got its own characters. Telugu has also got. So if you go to India, so we speak here different languages. So we have uh, Hindi, right? So we have Telugu also. So different languages we have. So this is only meant to take English characters only in case of character string, that is char, varchar, text. But if you go to non-Unicode, that is Unicode data type, so we have nchar, nvarchar, ntext. So it will take English and other than English characters also, because across the world there are many language people who speak. So if at all you want to store, it will store. So that is a one of the difference. Now let's go through other one. So I told you this is a fixed length, right? This is fixed length. So example, you are you have taken a column name as first name, and you have told something char as 30 characters. Char as 30 characters. You have given the column name is first name, and here you are specifying the size of that column is 30 characters. But you are providing value called Srikanth. So this has got 8 characters only. 8 characters. But what about the remaining 22 characters? So here you have declared as the size of the column of first name should be 30 characters. But here you are giving only 8 characters of data into that column. Then remaining 22 characters, what would happen here? So that 22 characters of data would be wasted. 22 characters of data. It will not release from the memory. It will allocate as empty space for the remaining, because here the name has got Srikanth, which is of 8 characters, and the size you have given is 30 characters here, but you are trying to insert only 8 character data, but remaining 22 characters data would be wasted. But if at all you go here, something like Srikanth, first name, some varchar 30 here, right? So if at all you give here Srikanth, which is of 8 characters, so so out of 30, out of 30 characters of column, and you are giving only Srikanth as of 8 characters, the remaining 22 character space will be released from hard disk. So someone can use it. It will be used for someone. So that is the difference. So first difference is, so going with, that is first when you go with char, so we spoke about Unicode, non-Unicode, which supports English and non-English characters, and based on the size of characters, so you can see here it takes the fixed length, it takes the variable. So that is the reason I've told. Now going to this, so the next one, so we have char and we have varchar. Here we have text, and here we have nchar, and nvarchar, and ntext. So what happens here is, here for each character, it will occupy 1 byte, 1 byte of size. But here, in this case, for each character, it will occupy, it will occupy 2 bytes of size. This is up. So we spoke about 3 different types. What it? So generally, right? So generally, when you go to char or nchar, so nchar, you go. So when you know that values that you insert, so you just go for yes, no, because you know that yes or no would have so when you say no, you will have hardly no 2 characters, or yes 3 characters. Then male and female. So here hardly max size is 6. And here next one is male and female, married or single and married. So this, fixed length, right? You know the values that you are going to insert, Mr. and Mrs. So these type of values which that values would be inserted. So you go for that character data type. that is char varchar, because you know that these columns would take only these values into this column. Then you go for that, because hardly you give here 3, so max size would be 3 here. If at all you put no, only one character would be wasted. But when you say 3, so sufficiently it is perfectly it is used 3 characters. Now if you see here, hardly max size, so if at all you put male, so it is 4, 2 characters would be wasted. But here if you put male, so 6 characters. So you know these values, which values should go, right? So yes, no, male, female. So when you know that what values would go into there and which is of small size, so you go for char and varchar, char and nchar. Okay, right. Now that is what we spoke about the data types of this. Then we were talking about the decimal value. So we have decimal values here, right? So what happens here is when you say decimal of 8 comma 2, 8 comma 2, decimal or money or float or numeric, what will happen when you say decimal? So it is taking decimal and decimal, right? So here when you say decimal, here it takes precision and comma scale. So here 8 is precision and 2 is scale here. So I've defined here decimal 8 comma 2, right? So 8 is called precision and 2 is called scale. So what happens here is, so after dot, so I've told you decimal 8 comma 2. Then, so total size of data can be only 8 characters, 8 digits only. So means 8 digits before. So if you, so this is scale and this is precision. Let me show you. Let me go back to our uh, data types here. So SQL Server data types. So we'll come here, click on this. So you'll find here. So if at all you want to find if you want to find in detail, just go to this and figure out this. You have the different types of data types in this Microsoft link. So I'll go to decimal here, right? So you can see here. So they are giving you P is precision and right. So you can see for numeric also. So you got precision scale here. P is precision, S is scale. So what happens in this case is, right? In this case, so total digits can be 8, not more than 8. But we are talking about decimal, right? But this says the total character is 8, but scale is 2. So this 2 means, the scale means, so before, so if you see here, I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, dot 7, 8. So removing the dot, total, how many number of digits here? 8. So 8 digits here, right? It can be, so it can be less than 8 also. But remember, after dot, you can have 2 digits only. So this 2, so as I told you, this 8 is precision and this 2 is scale. That 2 represent, so after dot, it can store only 2 characters. But before dot, how many digits it can have? It can have 6 or less than 6, because after dot you already have 2, and from that 8 you remove 2, then 6. So before dot it can be 6 or less than 6, but after dot you can have 2 characters. But now in case if at all you have 3 here, if at all you have 3, so what happens, so I told you after dot you can have 2 because the scale, but here in third digit is 3. So what happens here is it takes the third digit and checks whether this 3 is greater than or equal to 5. Now greater than, it is not equal to 5, right? So it will be 0 here. So here it will be 0. So 0 will be added to 8. If you have put here, so this 0 will be added to 8 here because it takes only 2 days. So 8 plus 0, 8. Now example, if at all you go with this 56.78 here, and here you got 5. So now third digit, because we told it will take only 2 digits, right? But we are given after dot 3. So it will check whether that 5 is greater than or equal to 5. Yes, it is good. Then it will take 1. This one will be added to 8 here. So this becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.79. But here, because here 3 is less than or equal, 3 is not greater than, right, or equal to 5. So 0. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.78 only. So this is how the scale. So you need to remember that here you have given scale. So after dot, it takes 2 digits. Before dot, because we have total 8 digits, and out of that you need to remove the scale, so you have to have 6 digits before dot, but after dot you can have 2 digits. But if at all after dot also you have n number of digits, so it will take third digit and check whether that is greater than or equal to 5 or what in this way. Then it will keep on rounding of the value. So this is about your decimal value and varchar, varchar, right? Text, in text, char, int, and in char, right? So this is what. So we'll talk. So now we'll start going with T-SQL statements, creating table incident data. I hope I hope this video might be helpful for you. Please subscribe my channel and pass this information to others so that they'll be able to learn some technical from SQL Server. So we'll be coming with other videos also for Azure and Power BI and Azure data on Azure also, on Azure data engineering also. Right? Thank you.